Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner. The Home tab is your franchise dashboard. Keep track of your goals, division standings, and information on your weekly opponent, including their top player. This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses by looking at your archetype ratings. These players are on the last year of their contract. This is the development trait. Superstar and Superstar X Factor players will progress faster over time. Players can improve their development trait by being one of the This is the Abilities tab. Here you can see what abilities a player has. Welcome to Weekly Strategy. Each week you can find value. This is how you access the new player health screen.
Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington football team. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A run here for J.D. McKissic. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's McKissic. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
2nd and 8. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. But if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Burrow on first down. Flushed out right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It was Jamel Dean who came up to make the tackle. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a give to Gibson. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Being chased, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Joe Burrow, a 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his 2nd in Tampa Bay. Brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Adam Humphries deep to return. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And it's taken in at the 9. Stays on his feet, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Slings this deep from McLaurin. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. To throw, it's Brady. Got a man, it's Brown. Now Brown, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. 5-3, their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Burrow's throw taken in by Samuel. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Now Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. For the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And here's Jones again on second down. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Brady. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing on second and long. Burrow. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. This time they stay on the ground. Able to push his way through. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin as time expires in the first half. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
extra point good by Hopkins. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The first half, no contest. What will the second half bring? As we are back and underway on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 9, Brady, open man, Gronkowski complete. And he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On the pitch to the tight end, it's a fake. Running right through it. Breaks through the contact. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and very short, Brady to Evans on the slant. And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free. Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flushed out right. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. He wants it all for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Antonio Brown yet to get back on his feet. Apparently shaking up that last play. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Brady. And he finds Gronk. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady gives this one off to Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. He's at the 30. And down inside the 10 at the 9. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Oh, this is blocked. And now Washington has it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. It's a first down and more for Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is taken in at the 5. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Joe Burrow, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.